Hey guys, this is Sencom, and I am more than excited to have the Orbital Apes team here with me today. These guys, they are best known for their Orbital Apes NFT series, but they have so much more to offer. Watch this whole video, and I'm sure you will be surprised. So, hello guys, how are you doing?
Hey, all good. Glad to be here.
That's great. Today, it's not only you, but two other guys. Who's on the call with me right now?
But right now, I have here with me, I'm Ko, and I have Mr. Sir and Control Alt Ape with me. We're going to be covering some of the main details of the project.
Great to have you here, guys. All right, let's start with something simple. You are, I think we mentioned it in a couple of threads we made about you, not only three guys, but a whole team that stands behind the Orbital Apes. Who's part of the team? Who are you guys?
So, like for us, the team is composed half devs and half design team. So we achieved a pretty good balance. Like of course, our quality of art is super high. So we do need like a big effort on that side for design and also for every project we're gonna launch. Like we want it to be high quality. And then on the dev side, all of the team is ex S&P 500 or ex Silicon Valley. So we have some pretty competent coders in the team, and we're all working around the clock to continue to push more features.
That sounds great. Do you have any past projects together? I mean, how does a team like that find together?
So this is the first time the whole team, like we're eight, and it is the first time the eight of us are launching a product together that we own. In terms of the devs, I'm one of the devs. My name is Mr. Sir. You can find me in Discord as Mr. Sir. In terms of the dev team, we started working as contractors and freelancers for different protocols and crypto projects around a year ago. We were just doing that on the side while we were working on our other full-time jobs in San Francisco. And after working for 1 year as freelancers and contractors and learning about the blockchain stack, learning about Solidity and how dApps work, we decided that it was time for us to work for something that we would own, something for ourselves, and stop contracting for other persons. So that's how we decided to launch this project. We love the Cosmos ecosystem, we love the Cosmos chain, but our coding blockchain background is on Solidity. So we chose the Evmos chain because it's the best of both worlds for us. It's part of the Cosmos ecosystem and is EVM based. So that's how we decided to come to this chain. And then we met the rest of the team, the designers and Ko, who is our community manager and sales business person. And yeah, we brainstormed a project that is not just one more NFT collection, but something that is more sustainable and more like an ecosystem of different apps and features. And we started going at it.
Yeah, that's very exciting. We will talk about the whole collection of dApps you will offer soon. Um, let's just continue with the Orbital Apes NFTs. Um, you mentioned that you're building something sustainable. I think it's centered around the Orbital Apes NFT. Can you tell me how do you want to build your project around these NFTs? Will you do a token on top of that, or what's your plan for that?
Okay, so basically the NFT collection is just the way we're gonna start. The goal behind this is the NFTs gives us a face in the community. Like the profile picture aspect for us is pretty important because once we have like we're gonna generate 10,000 of these apes. So having like a big community that can use this as their profile picture like will give us somewhat of a face within the chain itself. And this also helps us link people to our products. So at launch, the token will be the ape itself because through the ape, we're connecting our validator and our marketplace. So holders will get benefits from these, like 20% of marketplace trading fees and 50% of the validator management fee. So this is going to be the initial token, like what connects all of our ecosystem. In the future, like as we have mentioned in the website, we're also going to create a game that will come with a token in itself and a new governance system, and it will continue to expand the universe. But for now, the core is our NFT, and this is the link for all the Orbital Apes ecosystem.
I think that you're the first project where I heard of that kind of business model. Most projects they launch their own token and distribute it to their delegators or have inflationary rewards on their project they're using. But having NFTs, that's something different. How did you come up with it? Is it your idea or did you find some inspiration somewhere?
Hey, this is Control Alt Ape speaking. You can find me on Discord or Twitter. I'm also one of the devs. I think for us, like we just love NFTs. We like to trade them. We like to, just browse through collections. So initially, when we started developing our NFT collection, I think in NFT collections, you kind of have this hype phase and a dump phase. So as we're mostly devs here, and it doesn't take that much effort to develop the contracts behind a collection, we believe that with our skills, we can offer more than that. So that's why we decided to kind of expand with the marketplace and the validator, because we want to build a collection that has some sort of backing behind it and allows the user to maybe not just experience the pump and dump phase of most NFT collections.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, you're giving the NFTs actual utility that creates somewhat a floor price. So, and of course, a demand for the NFTs, not only by speculation, but also for the yield. So that's quite interesting, to be honest. But let's circle back a little bit. I jumped a few points there. Let's talk about the facts about the NFT series, the Orbital Apes. What do you have in store for us?
So our NFT is going to be like a collection of 10,000 apes. They're all going to have different rarities and different looks depending on rarity and generation. So the way we structured it is the 10,000 apes are divided into 4 generations, okay? So it's going to be the space dreamers, explorers, residents, and elders. The collection is divided into 40% of them are dreamers, then 30% explorers, 20% residents, and 10% elders. So the rarity starts in there. Like the elders are going to be much more scarce than the dreamers. And then within the collections, we also have rarity by attributes. So between each generation, all of them have unique attributes. So they're going to look pretty different from one another. And all our collection is going to have the rarity traits from the start. And you can see this in our marketplace. So you can know exactly what rarity is your ape. Then we have sort of a ranking system for different rarities of the collection. So it goes from the maintenance crew to the commanders. So this ranking will basically tell you how rare your ape is. It's just an easier way to know how rare the NFT is.
Just a quick
Rarity
question.
doesn't mean that
the rarities, maintenance crew, engineers, this is for the traits or for the whole ape. So you could have one ape with a very rare head, but otherwise very basic stuff, and he would be, I don't know, an engineer only or something. Or are these
So
okay, got it.
so I guess each attribute will kind of be assigned a point value based on its rarity within that set of attributes. So like all the different hats would have different rarities or different points based on how rare they are. And then your ranking would be consist of all the attributes within your NFT added up to see what final ranking you get. So yeah, if you just have like one rare attribute and the rest are pretty common, you might be in the engineers. But if you have lots of rare attributes together, you might be in the commanders. Okay. And also within our collection, each generation has its own set of attributes. So like if you look at the dreamers or the space explorers, space residents, and space elders, each of those generations are composed of entirely unique assets.
That's
so there's
awesome.
There's going to be maintenance crew to commanders within each generation.
And what about the rarities? So just to give me a little feeling about that, a space elder maintenance crew, is it more worth or rare than a space resident commander?
I guess that's up to the users, up to the market to decide. I guess in general, a space elder, there's only 10% out of the 10,000. So my guess would be that they would all be somewhat desired and somewhat rare, but I'm not sure what the value associated to each ranking or generation will be.
The market will decide, I guess.
Yes, pretty much.
Okay, please continue.
So also for rarity, like this is serving the collectors aspect of the collection. When it comes to rewards, distribution, and participation in the project, every ape is the same. So every ape will get the same marketplace fees, the same validator fees. So this is a way to make each ape a share in our project. So it's basically you own part of the ecosystem and you're gonna grow with everyone. not necessarily because you have the rarest Space Elder. So this is why we want to keep this the same for everyone. But if someone's a collector and is going for the art aspect, then we also serve that function.
Yeah, we didn't want it to have a scenario where, for example, with other projects we've seen, the rarer the NFT, the more airdrop they get, or the more rewards they get, for example, and that causes the least rare NFTs to drop heavily in floor. So for us, I'm not sure we've mentioned this before, but the perks of the NFTs are 20% of the market fees are going to be distributed to ape holders. Well, you have full commercial rights on your NFT. We're going to also launch our own node validator to secure the network, and 50% of the management fees of the validator is going to be distributed to Orbital Apes holders. And then we can get into more details later about the play to earn game. But doesn't matter what rarity you have, all the apes are gonna get the exact same portion of market fees and validator rewards. So
okay. So the rarities, this is more something for collectors. But
Yeah.
in this aspect, it's more like the business aspect where each ape is created equal. Okay, that's
yes,
cool.
later on, whenever we disclose more details on the play to earn game, rarity and generations are gonna play a specific role within the game. So rarity for now is just for collectors and for the scarcity aspect of it. The reward's going to be the same for now. And then whenever we disclose information about the play to earn, we will have some benefits for different rarity types and different generations. But as of today, for now, everybody is the same.
What you guys are building is really amazing. I've honestly haven't seen this in crypto before. You're building a whole suite of applications around your NFTs, because most NFTs, they're either pump and dump or pump and dump additional tokens on them which are basically worthless. But you guys are building an actual product, a multifaceted product around the NFTs. This is really amazing. Good job.
Thank you very much.
So I'm very excited to see when you finally launch all that stuff. Very excited about that. Got another question on the NFTs. Do you have any plans to collaborate with other projects? You know, they're on Secret, there are games in development. On other chains, there are games development. Do you have any plans or desires to collaborate with them?
With other NFT collections, we haven't come to any collaborations like that yet. Not that we're not open to them. It just the chain, I guess, is still new, and we haven't talked on specifics on that. But we do have some partners across the Evmos ecosystem, which are not other NFT collections, but mainly DeFi protocols. So you can see them here on the screen. And these are Diffusion, Causland, Evmos Names, Kinesis Labs, and I might be forgetting one. But pretty much for these partners, we will be releasing a special. First of all, I guess these partners have all been given whitelist to our NFT mint. So they've been given different numbers of whitelists, and they're distributing them to their communities. And additionally, we're going to be creating an ERC 1155 version of Orbital Apes for each of these partners. So each partner will get a unique NFT Orbital Ape designed in their theme. And then they can also, since it's at ERC 1155, they can distribute it to their community.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, one super cool partnership that we have here is the domain service for Evmos, Evmos domains. So they're going to launch domains with .evmos ending. And then each domain is going to be tradable as an NFT. And we've partnered up for us, Orbit Marketplace, to be the official marketplace to buy and sell the domains once they're initially claimed. Yeah. So part of the partnership with them is also to use their domain implementation in our website. So if you own a domain and it's linked to your wallet, if you go to the Orbit Marketplace profile, you're going to see instead of your wallet, your domain. And then in every stat and every activity, every place where your wallet is visible, if you own a domain, your domain is going to be shown instead of your address. And we're building a custom made web section in the marketplace for them. So you are going to be able to filter domains by character count, search a domain for the name of the domain, and much more features that are just for a domain NFT collection.
I feel like you're really pushing Evmos right now, even if it hasn't started, you know? Marketplace. I mean, the whole Cosmos doesn't have a fully functioning marketplace yet. Just some, there's Stash, the whitelisted stuff. There's Omniflix, which is whitelisted too, or whitelisted only. But you guys are building a full production-ready marketplace with so many features that will just launch directly, which is pretty awesome. I think they're a
Yeah, I
bit,
guess that's also one of the benefits of an EVM based chain. There's a lot of tooling and a lot of experience around Solidity language and EVM based infrastructure and blockchain. I don't know if that's an advantage of Evmos over other Cosmos chains, but it's definitely an advantage for us because it's not something new to us. It's not a new framework, it's not a new language. And there are a lot of tools from Ethereum, from Avalanche, from other EVM chains that we can use here because everything is EVM based, right?
yeah, that's true. And you don't have to code everything and audit everything yourselves because there are enough marketplaces, there are all the different standards, and they're in different repositories, open source, audited, and you can just build on the shoulder of titans instead of building everything from scratch. I mean, it's not that bad in Cosmwasm. I mean, there's Terra and Juno, but it's nothing compared to the state of Solidity yet. So
Yeah, that's one of the reasons we're super bullish on this chain and super bullish on our projects.
by the way, how did you find Evmos? I mean, you've been working on this Orbital Apes thing for quite some time, I imagine. So you must have been really early in discovering Evmos. Have you been like in the Cosmos community really entrenched before, or did you come via your project idea to Cosmos?
Yeah, just through I guess personal investments, like we're investors in Atom, in Juno, in most of the big Cosmos chains. Just so we've been keeping an eye on that space, and then I guess when you follow these types of projects on Twitter, you see all the new developments that are coming. So that's how we found Evmos in the first place, through social media. And then yeah, we just decided that was the perfect combination for us, since we're very bullish on the Cosmos ecosystem overall, and it's a place for us to build something.
Okay, yeah, got it. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the Orbital Market. I mean, that's the Orbital Apes. That's your NFT series where you structure your business around, but you also launch a fully functional marketplace. Do you want to give us a live demo right now?
Sure. So this is actually the first time we're showing the marketplace to the public. The marketplace is called Orbit. I am running a local version in my computer, so it's not accessible to the public right now, but it's live on Evmos testnet. We've had it live for the past 4 days, around 4 days in testnet already, and it's working pretty smoothly. The Evmos testnet is working very nice, so we expect mainnet to be released soon, I guess, since we haven't seen any issues in testnet yet. But yeah, this is Orbit. Orbit Marketplace is open marketplace built by the Orbital Apes team. It has some exclusive features for Orbital Apes holders, like 20% of all the fees collected by the marketplace is going to be distributed to Ape holders. We're aiming to be 100% community focused. So for now, we haven't received any feedback of the community because we haven't launched yet. But as soon as we launch, we're gonna focus heavily on getting feedback and getting suggestions from the community on what to improve, what to change, how to manage stuff, especially from the Orbital Apes community, but from other collections as well. And we want to make sure we provide the best service for the people that are actually using the platform, not what we think is the best. And yeah, we aim to be the number one NFT marketplace in Evmos. We want to list the top NFT collections in Evmos in the coming days. Using the marketplace is pretty simple. You just have to set up your MetaMask wallet, connect to our app, and then set up your profile, which is basically just linking the address that you want into the MetaMask. And then you can just jump right ahead and start trading NFTs. And as we mentioned before, if you have Orbital Apes in this process, you will also start earning Evmos passively. Yeah, some of the core features of the marketplace is that 20% of platform fees are distributed to Orbital Ape holders. And this is in real time. You don't have to wait for us to distribute the fees. The fees are distributed automatically anytime there's a transaction. So you can literally claim every time you see someone sold something. Then we also support creator royalties right away, also live. You don't have to wait for us to distribute anything. If you are the owner of a collection, you decide how much percentage of a royalty you want to charge for every secondary sale, and then every time there's a transaction, that percentage is sent directly to the wallet you provide us to be the receiver of royalties in real time. We also don't require users to send the NFTs into the marketplace contract when they list their NFTs for sale. Some other marketplaces we've used in other L1s require you to do this, and we think this is not a good way of running a marketplace because a lot of the utility of the NFT gets lost because you lose the ownership of the NFT and it's owned by the marketplace contract temporarily. So in our marketplace, you just have to approve the tokens and they never leave your wallet. You're always in control. And then we also added this super nice feature, which is called collection offers. Basically, you can create an offer on a collection and any NFT holder of that collection can accept your offer. So for example, if you want any orbital ape, you don't care which ape you get, you just want one orbital ape. Instead of placing orders one by one on Flow or Apes, you can just place one collection offer, and whoever accepts that offer, then you will get that NFT. That is a way of incentivizing the floor price to go up and also finding more liquidity for collections since it's easier to find a seller and a buyer for floor NFTs or for any price of NFTs. And yeah, and it's of course powered by Evmos. It's built on top of Evmos, and it's gonna be for now. The market supports two tokens. It supports listings in Evmos or wrapped Evmos and offers in wrapped Evmos. But in the future, because this is an EVM based chain, we can technically use any ERC20 representation of any token out there. So if there's a ERC20 version of Juno, ERC20 version of Cosmos, Luna, whatever, UST, even, we can use that as the currency of the marketplace.
Okay, that looks really smooth. I have so many questions. Let's start with the collection offer first. This is very innovative. I haven't seen this one before. And to be honest, I'm not too crazy into NFTs, but I think all the other NFT platforms on Cosmos, Omniflix, Stargaze, they don't have this feature. And I think it's very cool. And to be honest, I think the floor price for the Orbital Apes will be quite high based on that feature.
The feature is available for every collection that uses Orbit. So I guess every collection here, like every collection that lists on our marketplace, will have the ability to use that feature. So hopefully we can help all collections to find more liquidity and to find a way to maintain their floor higher.
Yeah, this is amazing. So the code for the contracts, you mentioned the contracts a couple of times when you talked about ownership. Is there a way for the community to verify this? So to put it differently, is your code open source?
Not at the moment, but we will be, once the Evmos explorers and stuff like that support verifying contracts, we will upload these contracts.
In mainnet, yeah. We're also looking into getting an audit. And we've talked to different people and they recommended us not to make the marketplace code or any code that we plan to audit public or open source or verified before we get the audit, because that's an easier way for hackers to actually find potential flaws on the contract. So after we deploy, we're going to keep the marketplace not verified for a couple of days, hopefully not more than a couple of weeks. And then once we have a security audit or once we partner up with other people that can have a read over the contracts and verify that everything is okay, we will make it public so people know what's going on behind the scenes.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, you're working on it and you plan to launch as soon as the Evmos is live. So I think your approach is a good one. At least if the community knows this, that the code isn't open source or audited yet, I think that's fair.
Yeah, we'll definitely be making the community aware, and we do run our internal testing, but you can never be too safe. So we will be getting some third party to look into it as well.
Yeah, this is must have, I think, in crypto, especially for a marketplace or something. I mean, there was the hack on Solana some time ago, so even the big ones suffer.
Yeah.
So audits for everyone, I guess. Okay, my next question is Evmos is based on EVM. So it adheres to the ERC standards and not the CW something standards from COSM. Is there a plan to make both standards compatible somehow? Because right now there are a bunch of NFT platforms on various Cosmos chains with their CW standards NFTs, and there's you guys, and of course all the other EVM based NFTs. Is there a way to cooperate this so that you could send the Orbital Apes to Stargaze or whatever other chain?
So at the moment, we're not working on anything like that, but we do hope that there becomes some sort of NFT bridge between the Evmos chain and all the other Cosmos chains that would allow us to transfer across or allow other collections from Stargaze or any other Cosmos platform to bridge into Evmos and then, I guess, trade on our marketplace. So yeah, it's not something we're actively working on, but it is something we might potentially look into the future, or maybe another bridging team may look into.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, makes
I
sense.
think there's a lot of value for other chains to bridge their NFT tokens into Evmos. We see Evmos as a gateway for liquidity into the Cosmos ecosystem as a whole. Like Ethereum users, Avalanche users, any other EVM-based compatible chain users will be able to bridge their tokens into Evmos and using Evmos as a gateway into going into other IBC chains.
Mm-hmm.
So I think collections in, for example, Stargaze, just to give out a name, they could benefit of bridging into Evmos to find more liquidity, to find new users, to find new owners, and to also have their listings in other token that is not just stars.
Yeah, sure.
Having I think that's one of the limitations of the Stargaze chain right now is like your collection is completely tied to the stars token and the stars team and the stars chain, and everything is around stars. And that's good. It could be good and it could be bad. But
Yeah.
I think each user an owner should have the ability to choose if they want a price or they want to have their NFT backed by a stars token or an Evmos token, or if they come to Evmos, they can do Ethereum, they can do Avalanche, they can use UST, they can use whatever they want. Because the EVM-based chain supports that, and our marketplace support that as well. So whenever there's a breach, we're gonna make sure we work and we collaborate and we help all of these other NFT collections in the Cosmos ecosystem to bridge to Evmos, to launch in our marketplace, to list in our marketplace, and to have some sort of co-marketing agreement with them so we can introduce their collections and their art to our users and to the Evmos community.
Mm-hmm. And you mentioned listing NFTs on your platform. How does this work? Do you have an example for us? Or at least an explanation?
In order for a collection to list in the Orbit marketplace, the one thing they have to do is submit a form. The form is super quick. It just asks you. So let me give you an example. All of these are test tokens. This is running on testnet. Of course, these are not real Bored Apes that only live in Ethereum. We just wanted to have a familiar face to see how it looks. So this is a collection page in Orbit. Every collection will have a collection page where users can see different statistics on the collection. They can see all the NFTs belonging to a collection, and they can filter and browse the NFTs within a collection. So for you to be listed, we need information to set up your page. Right now, it's going to be a manual process, but we are planning to automate this process in the future so it's easier for collections to list. For now, to keep things under control, it's manual, and you have to contact us for us to set this up for you. So in that form, you will have to tell us what's the name of your collection, give us a brief description of your collection, send us the links that you want to display, like your website, your social links that you want to display on your collection page, also your profile picture for that collection page, and the nice banner for your collection page. That's what we require from you. And then apart from that, we require you to send collections to send us what percentage of our royalty they want to take on each transaction, and what is the address to where the royalties are going to be sent after every transaction. It's a very quick form. If you are an NFT collection owner, this should be super easy to fill. And then within 24 hours of us receiving that form, you will be already listed in the Orbit marketplace. So it's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. It's manual on our side, but we aim to automate that process in the future.
Okay, that's pretty easy for any potential NFT collection that wants to launch on your platform. I see there's the big button, Update Collection Offer. That's where you can make the offer on the whole collection, right?
Yes, so currently the wallet that I have connected into this testnet app, I made a collection offer of 233 Evmos tokens for any Bored Ape test Bored Ape token in here. So if you're an owner, any owner of a Bored Ape can come to. So let me show you how a profile would look like. So this is how a user profile would look like. You have the NFTs you own. You have the activity of your account, everything that your account has been doing since you started using the platform. You also have a window to see what offers you've made. So these are all the offers my account has made. Here's the 233 collection offer, which just saw in the previous page. And then you also have a tab where you can see all the offers you've received for the NFTs that you own. So for example, I'm not going to be able to see my own collection offer, but if I change my user, you would be able to see a collection offer as any other offer for your NFTs, and you will be able to accept it. And it's pretty easy and straightforward. From a owner perspective, a collection offer does not differ from a token specific offer. Like it from an owner perspective, it's just the same. It's an offer of X price on your NFT.
Yeah. And can you make multiple offers on the same collection? As an Orbital Apes connoisseur, I'd like to buy 10 of them, you know. Can I only just make one collection offer or 10?
So you can only make one collection offer, and then you can make as many offers as you want on specific Bored Apes. But I guess right now, since the collection offer is like, if you're accepting a collection offer, you're always going to accept the highest one. So if you have 10 offers, I guess unless they're all in the same price, it wouldn't really make sense. But yeah, so right now, if you would have to make one collection offer. When that gets accepted, then you can make another collection offer.
But I think it would make sense to
good point, and something we could definitely look into in the future.
I think it would make really sense because many people like to have more than, or might desire to buy more than one specific NFT of a collection, and they might want to, like, you're not only like a limit order that you can set, you can also set multiple limit orders. So I think it would make sense.
Yeah, definitely, it makes sense. But yeah, if for now you can only make one collection offer per collection, and then for example, I have my offer here. If I go to a token detail page, so this is Bored Ape test Bored Ape number 2. You can see all the offers of this Bored Ape. Here is my collection offer of 230 Evmos. I can cancel the offer at any given time. But I can also make another offer for this ape specifically. So say I want any ape at this price, but I really, really want number 2. I can make a 500 Evmos offer on this one, and it should differ from the other one. So you can have, for every NFT, you can have two offers, one that is specific to that NFT, and then one that is a collection offer for the whole collection.
That's a pretty smooth user experience you have there. Gives you a lot of flexibility how to trade, sell, buy your apes. I think it's pretty cool.
Thanks. Yeah, right now, as soon as the transaction confirms, we're going to be able to see the new offer. But yeah, in terms of user experience, there was no point of trying to redesign something completely. So what we did is we inspired our design and the user experience in the top NFT marketplaces out there. So one example of those are OpenSea and Looks Rare.
Yeah.
So yeah, we inspired our design and our user experience on what they do because they are very successful. So we believe there's no point of reinventing the wheel.
Yeah, it makes
Uh,
totally sense.
Yeah, so I think we have a pretty smooth user experience, and
I
it's
also saw
pretty
that you can on the collection page that you can sort and find by traits. That's pretty cool too. So you can like I want an ape with sunglasses, and you can search for exactly that, right?
Exactly. That was actually the feature that was the hardest for us to develop. That was the hardest engineering um, problem for us to solve. How to have dynamic filters for depending on traits that are stored in token metadata for each collection and for them to be custom and available
Yeah.
right away.
Yeah.
That was one of the hardest things to solve, and we are very proud of this feature. Not many marketplaces have that feature, only top marketplaces have it. So yeah, for example, here, as you said, if I want to buy a Bored Ape that has 3D eyes, then you can just filter for that. And then you can also have combinations of filters. So this guy has 3D glasses and a sea captain hat. So you can have a combination of both. So 3D glasses, and then we can look for the sea captain hat, and only that one should appear. So yeah, you can really tailor your search, and this is a very good feature for collectors. Very easy to browse through each collection and see what do you actually want, and easier to trade. We also offer a pretty detailed activity and stats per collection. So for now, you can see how many items a collection has, how many listings there are, what's the floor price, what's the volume traded, what's the market cap of the collection, which is basically just the floor price times the number of items on a collection. Then you can also see all the activity of a collection, like historic activity of everything that has happened with a certain collection. And for now, we have this graph that shows you the number of sales and the average price for each sale for every day since the collection launched. We want to keep adding more and more and more different types of indicators and statistics for each collection. And these will help both the collection owner and the collectors and users. As a collection owner is sometimes you don't have the ability or you don't have the time to build these tools for yourself, but it's good to know what's going on with your collection, right?
Yeah.
So we want to offer these tools to the collections that are listing in our marketplace, and also offer these tools to the traders, the NFT collectors, and the users that are using the platform.
I think many Cosmos users will have a lot of fun on your platform. It's like a pretty well worked out product. It feels at least like that. In the app bar, I see another interesting thing, rewards. I think this is the tab where people can claim their staked ape rewards, right?
Yes, so here, I currently do not own any Orbital Apes. We just redeployed everything today, so it's a new contract. So I before this call, I didn't get to own any Orbital Apes. But here, if you are an Orbital Apes owner, at any given time, any day, you can come to this tab, to this page. You can scroll down to the My Rewards box, and here you will see how many apes you have in the connected wallet, and what is the claimable amount, the amount of Evmos you can claim at this given time for all the apes that you have in your wallet. And then with a simple click and claim, you can just claim those rewards, and they're going to be deposited into your wallet as a wrapped Evmos token representation.
It says 20% of all fees get distributed to the Orbital Apes owners. My question is, how much are the trading fees based on the trading volume?
So the trading, we're gonna keep a standard trading fee of 2.5% of each trade. That's what most marketplaces have in other chains. OpenSea has it, LooksRare has it. So yeah, we're gonna go with a 2.5% fee. So 2.5% of every trade is gonna go to the marketplace, And then from that, 20% is gonna go to every Orbital Ape owner.
What do you expect the Orbital Apes owner to earn? Let's say I have one Orbital Ape staked on day one.
It really depends on the volume of the whole NFT space on Evmos. Like if we were launching this marketplace in a different L1, for example, AVAX, Harmony, Phantom, I could give you a more concrete answer because I know, like, I can research what's the NFT activity on those chains and what would be like a reasonable or average daily volume on those based on historical data. Uh, for now, we have no idea. Like, this is a brand new experiment. It's a brand new chain. It's a brand new token. So yeah, we have no idea what the volume is going to be like. I think for the first few months, first few weeks, it could get pretty crazy because NFTs are pretty easy to deploy, pretty easy for people to create, and it's a very good way of engaging a new community. So Evmos is live. What can you do with it? Yeah, you can use a bunch of dexes, and that's pretty much it. The other thing you can do is trade NFTs, right? And it's much more fun to do it than to just buy and sell tokens in a DEX. Like there's these art aspect, collection aspect of NFTs that are more fun to trade than regular currencies.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It can go. I think it can go pretty crazy since it's going to be one of the only things you can do in the chain when it goes live for the first few months.
But
Also, as our platform grows, we hope to also linearly grow the rewards with that. As we onboard more collections, the fees going towards the Orbital Apes holders should increase linearly with that.
yeah, makes sense. I mean, the Orbital Apes, there are 10,000 pieces. They're limited. And ideally, your trading volume is not limited to the upside. So, okay. This rewards page. Right now, it displays the rewards you get from the NFTs. But you also already mentioned that the Orbital Apes will get a percentage of the fees, I think 50% of the validators. So before we talk about the validators, will this be your dashboard for all Orbital Apes holders, where they, see the income of the various projects you have, the marketplace, the validators, the games? Or what's your plan on that?
Yeah, exactly like that. So this is going to be the dashboard, the claim rewards.
Okay.
So the validator rewards will also be claimable from here, and they'll be claimable with the same button. So we'll probably show a little bit more info on this page of how many rewards you're getting from the validator, how many are coming from the marketplace, but you'll just have to click one button to claim all your rewards.
Okay, that's good. All right, now to the validators. You're launching obviously on Evmos. That's pretty no-brainer. But are you part of the Genesis?
No, we weren't part of the Genesis set of validators. So we actually just set up our testnet validator a couple days ago, maybe like 5 days ago, and we've been running pretty successfully on that.
So in Cosmos, there has been quite a heated discussion in the validator circles about the way people host their validators, because the validators, they're mission critical to the success of the chain. Obviously, they are the chain, but many, especially smaller validators, but also some of the big, they cost optimize a little bit too much with very high pruning, no Sentry network, centralized cloud hosting. What, without telling any secrets of your security setups, what's your setup like?
So currently we are going to be using a cloud provider. I guess the good thing about validators is that we could always move our infrastructure to maybe like a hardware hosted or something more secure, but we're pretty comfortable with cloud infrastructure and we're going to be using that. Additional security, we're looking into setting up the Sentry nodes, setting up key management systems. We're in direct contact with the Evmos team to get the best practices on running our validator. And we have pretty good experience with infrastructure. So we're trying to provide the best possible security for our users.
Okay.
Yeah, I think a key difference between our validator and the rest of validators out there is that our validator is mainly to grow the community, to have a stronger community, and to bring utility to the NFTs. our validator is not our main source of business, it's not our main source of income. And if it produces a income to us and a revenue on a daily basis, great. If not, we'll just cover the costs of running it, because that's what we're promising to the community. So we're not gonna be optimizing it for a like to we're not going to be optimizing the infrastructure to run less efficient machines for a higher profit. That's not our business. So, in that sense, I guess you can be sure that the Orbital Apes validator is going to be running with optimal standards all the time.
Okay, that's comforting to hear. Do you have plans to move to your own hardware sometime? I mean, for new validators, it's okay, in my opinion at least, to launch on clouds because they offer high security and a low barrier of entry. But eventually, I think owning your own hardware is the place to be. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think I would agree with you on those points, and we have no concrete plans for that for the future. While we are experienced Solidity devs, we are new to the validator game, and we are learning a lot. And I think we'll take any opportunity to improve. But we're going to be launching on cloud infrastructure to, I guess, ease ourselves into the process, and in the future look at all the improvements we can make to that.
Okay.
Yeah, and this one of our team members actually, before starting to work in Orbital Apes, he quitted his job at Google Cloud, so he is a cloud engineer
Okay, yeah, got
already.
it.
So we're very comfortable with working with cloud. We're very experienced with having and managing servers and having high availability services on cloud providers. So yeah, it just makes sense to start. It's a low entry barrier, as you said, especially with the skill sets that our team members have. And then in the future, of course, as we told you, like we are 100% community focused. If the community says within any time, like we don't want the validator to be running in cloud, figure out a way to do it in hardware, like we're gonna listen to the community and listen to advice from other people like you yourself, and we're gonna be moving towards the best direction for offering the best services.
That sounds good. Regarding community involvement, do you have plans to for some government system, like the ape owners could vote on specific things? I mean, not vote on every collection that's listed on the marketplace, but in on general things like that.
Okay, so for the current projects we're launching, like this doesn't necessarily do much of a difference. Like we're gonna listen to socials and we're gonna see what the community wants, but like the decisions we're gonna do for the marketplace are not that critical to need governance. But we're gonna release a play to earn game for the ape holders, and this is where like governance is gonna be a key aspect of it. So with the game, we're gonna launch two tokens, a governance token and a in-game currency. So governance will basically help the community vote on every aspect of the game, because when you're building a tokenomics model for the in-game economy, you really have to listen to the user because they're gonna be the ones playing, they're gonna be the ones investing, and they want to get rewarded. So listening to how incorporating feedback on what aspect of the game they're using most, what some things they don't like, will help improve the tokenomics and the rewards for the game. So we're definitely gonna use governance as a major source of feedback in the game.
Can you tell us something more about the game? All of you guys have mentioned the play to earn game a couple of times, but no details. Feels like a very secret game you're developing. Can you give us a
Sure.
little bit of what's the idea behind this? You already said that the apes will play a critical part, but also the rarities of the apes, and traits. But
Yeah,
what's
absolutely.
more?
So this would also be like a sneak peek. First time we've mentioned something like concrete about the game. It's gonna be a play to earn idle game at launch. It's gonna run fully on chain, so every in-game activity and every RNG is gonna be done in chain. This is to make it fully transparent, so every aspect of chance is gonna be recorded in the blockchain to make sure like people know we're being fair. So the game is gonna be based on the Orbital Apes. part of our lore that we currently covered in our social media is about the elders. So the Orbital Apes elders were supposed to be there before the Big Bang. So they experienced the growth of the cosmos. They were there to see how the universe was forming. And we're going to basically follow the lore of the apes. So it all started with these elders, and they all had a thirst for more knowledge and to conquer the cosmos. So they divided into 6 different factions. These factions are all going to have like unique traits and abilities that are going to have an effect in the game. And each of them behaves differently. So, for example, there's going to be tanks, there's going to be more smart characters, some with more agility, and all of this is going to have an effect in the game. So, for the game, it's going to be a new NFT iteration. So these are going to have stats and attributes that influence the game directly. So at launch, we're going to have 3 different activities, which is going to be one terraforming, the other one is raiding, and the other one is mercenary work. So with terraforming, you set up a squad of 3 apes and you go to conquer new planets. So you send your ape NFTs to conquer a planet.
But quick interruption. You need 3 apes for this task, right?
Yeah. So basically, the game is gonna run with squads of apes. So you need 3 apes because since it's gonna involve a little bit of strategy, having 3 different apes in your team will help you create a more balanced team. So some activities may require more speed, some activities may require some other attributes. So by using 3, you can tinker with this and maximize your rewards, basically. This is also like we're also going to introduce breeding to the game, so you can expand your team and continue to grow your squad. Everything can be done through the in-game currency. So, like if you play, you can expand your team.
I was just thinking about there's a highly limited number of Orbital Apes, 10,000, and not every Orbital Apes holder likes to play games, but those who do, they will need Orbital Apes. So I was wondering if there would be something like a lending platform where people can use Orbital Apes to play the game. So can use the Orbital Apes of other players to play the game. You know what in which direction I'm going here?
Yep, absolutely.
And then
so
get a
first
part
of all,
of the rewards.
Sorry?
And then get a part of the rewards. So I give you my Orbital Ape to play. Of course, without giving you the actual ape, just not giving up the ownership, and then you can play with it, and we share the rewards. You know, if I happen to have some elders you need.
For this, we actually have a thing in mind. It's going to be called a cantina, and this is the mercenary work I was telling you about. So basically, if you're not using your apes, you can leave them in the cantina where they will meet with other squads and everything. And if someone wants to hire an ape from another person, then they can pay a fee to hire the ape, and they take them on the activity. So this way, people that don't want to play, they can leave all their apes basically staked in the cantina. So they leave them there, and they're constantly generating rewards when other people use the apes. So they're basically splitting what they generate from the game.
This is so cool, guys. I'm amazed. This is awesome. This is really cool. And then you said you can discover new planets, like terraforming. What effect will that have?
Yeah, so the effect, like all of this has to be developed further. Like right now, terraforming is part of the lore, and the whole game is based on conquering, discovering more aspects of the cosmos. So this is going to be something decided by the community, again, with governance. So we're going to see how the game shapes up in the future. We're going to release more information on the game soon. So this is probably going to clear up some doubts.
Okay. All right, so as a last thing, I want to poke a little bit for more alpha. You said there are going to be 2 tokens for the game. So one for the in-game and one for governments. Will there be an airdrop to ape holders or Evmos holders, or what do you have in mind for that?
The airdrop is part of how we want to give value to the Orbital Ape holders. We're going to airdrop these 2 tokens to anyone who holds an ape. So we're gonna release details of the snapshot and everything later. But yeah, this is one of the ways we're gonna reward the holders.
Yeah, the airdrop that's a little bit of where rarity of apes and count of ownership of apes are gonna be taken into consideration for the airdrop of these tokens and this game. We are not planning to have a public sale on the token, not for now.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, the only way of getting the tokens are gonna be through an orbital ape, uh, through the airdrop, and then as soon as apes have the token, I guess we're gonna partner with our DeFi partners. For example, in this case, Diffusion, the DEX that we partnered up
Yeah.
to create liquidity pools and create an environment where people can trade the tokens. But the only way of getting the tokens in the first place is going to be only through Orbital Apes. And then I guess it's going to depend on how many apes you have and the rarity of the apes that you have.
I so much need to leave some Evmos on the side for your public launch so I can grab as many cheap floor apes as I can for the game, the validators, the marketplace. I think there will be quite some FOMO. Will be amazing,
Yeah.
I guess.
And just a side note on the game, it's still in development. So with the validator and the marketplace, that's going to be available right away at launch. But the
Yeah,
game
yeah,
is going to take us a bit longer to build, and it's not going to be something the user will be able to use right away.
I think it's crazy that you only have 3,000 followers on Twitter, 4,000. It's not
Yeah, maybe 4.5, I think is where
4.5,
we're
yeah.
right now.
Yeah, that's really not how it should be. I think it will change very, very soon in the next 1 or 2 weeks once Evmos launches.
Yeah. So yeah, right now everything that we're building, I guess it's a different approach because we're marketing to a community that doesn't fully exist yet, but we do expect a lot of growth in the future once people become more aware of Evmos.
I think this strategy will pay out because most people they market and then they ship, but you guys ship and then start the heavy marketing. And I think it will work out pretty well for you. So, anyways,
we want to have inspire, I guess, the confidence in our users with the marketplace and the validator that we will be able to deliver a very fun game for them. So we're trying to come out in full force once Evmos launches.
Yeah, that was actually one of the things about the marketplace as well. Apart from having and providing apes with utility, apart from providing the Evmos ecosystem and community with a very well developed marketplace, the idea of the marketplace came for us to show our owners and to show the Evmos community that we are a very competent and very skillful team. We are able to deliver high quality apps, and we will be able to deliver a high quality game. So yeah, by launching the marketplace, people can test one of our products. They can basically test our skills through the marketplace and be confident that we're not doing empty promises saying we're gonna build the game and not do it or do a shitty job, right?
yeah.
By using a high quality marketplace built by us in a couple of weeks, you can be sure that we have the skills to build a great game after we use the profits from the NFT to hire more people to grow the team and take actually a bunch of time doing the game. So yeah, that was one of the ideas behind the marketplace as well, to get confidence for the team.
This interview certainly inspired confidence in your team, in you guys and your team, in me. So the marketplace looks amazing. The NFTs look good. Your whole long-term vision, I really like that. So to wrap it up, I just wanted to say thank you very much for being here today and let me interview you. I think it has been amazing talking to you, and I'm really looking forward to testing all the stuff out you've been developing in the past. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you for having us. We're happy to come on and share, and hopefully we can do more of these types of interviews when more of our products launch.
I think there will be enough to talk about. I'm very confident about that. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.
Bye. Have a good one.